Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Zodiac Axis. So we are back here after last episode where we had a creepy guy following us, the cat. I believe we are almost done with this game actually because I kind of looked it up to see how long the demo was. It said it was approximately 3 hours. We have already reached the 3-hour level cap, but then again I do talk a lot. Throw my own like thought process here and there, so I believe this should be the last episode. Should be. At this rate, I'm gonna need to draw a relationship chart. You and Beckett are related.
Right.
Might as well be, to be honest.
See.
There's no blood relation, but we are family. Wait, what? How did that end up happening?
That's a bit,
It's a bit of a long tale.
you know.
Basically, we were in the same college frat. I was a big history nerd, and since this guy was walking around with a legitimate sword... Ow! Don't tell the poor woman blatant lies, cousin. It becomes a habit that is not easy to cure. Aw, come on, the idea of you being in a college frat is hilarious.
So,
And what else? Not true.
yeah,
Oh, come on, why are you the only one who gets to tease people?
naturally.
I'm older. You're not that much older. I'm still older. This guy. Okay. Truth is, Allison, our families knew each other since before we were born. Beckett never was in a college frat or went to college at all. Their families knew each other. So Beckett and Zax were childhood friends, and Beckett and Leaf were also apparently childhood friends. I think. I feel like my voice is dying, hello? Then does that make Leaf and Zax childhood friends by association? They don't seem that close. I don't understand these dynamics. Hey, you don't need to look that surprised that he's a degreeless commoner. He was homeschooled, so it's not like he isn't educated. Though sometimes I do wonder. Ow! Joke cause? It's a joke. Pardon, my hand slipped. I love his uh-huh sound. Uh-huh, sure. Oh, he's so cute. Seems lively over here. Just a bit of chatting, Uncle. Where's July? And Leaf? July ran off. She said something like, Eureka! Bye-bye, dear sweet dear cherry blossoms. My muse calls for me. Leaf didn't want her walking at night by herself, so he went with her. Good man. Think of how much trouble Jules would get into if she did all her shenanigans alone. It's a good thing she has us to cover for her. But she is also the strongest of spirit, and she strengthens ours. It's getting late. I should return to my family's gathering. That's a bit of a drive.
Yes.
Yes, but it wouldn't do for me to miss the celebration entirely. Thank you for the pleasant evening, Miss Allison. It was lovely to see everyone again. But I thought that they were all close friends. Farewell. Happy Founders Day. Drive safe, cuz. Don't get a ticket. I saw that, loser. You guys seem to get along. Well, living in the same house for 6 years will do that to you. Either you get along or you get evicted. You know? Same house. Yeah. I went to live with his family for a while. 6 years. For what? I wonder. Studying for a degree?
Hey.
I should probably pop out too. But thanks, Allison. I had a great time. We should hang out again. Favor or no favor? Sure thing. So, what about you? Oh god, where'd my game go? My game legit like closed out on me. Okay. I assume that you're also heading out. Maybe, but it's dangerous for a kid to walk around alone. She could get something on fire. You have a very prickly way of offering your company. You know that? Because I'm not offering my company. I'm performing a civic duty. What the? I'm performing a civic duty by keeping children from accidental terrorism. Okay, now you're just being difficult. My apartment's on the bus route. I'm pretty sure that it won't set anything on fire on the way. Take care of yourself, kid. The only thing more dangerous than looking for trouble is not recognizing it when it comes. Are you saying that I'm a danger? Or I'm in danger, sorry? I'm saying that you should be careful. In this world, you're the only person who can look out for yourself. This guy is just a fountain of old man quotes, isn't he? But at least he does seem genuinely concerned. He does seem genuinely concerned. Goodbye, kid. Keep your eyes open. And that was the conclusion to the eventful Founders Day. It's what I like to say, but it's also false. In a way, I wish that I could just ignore what happened afterward. I wish that I had gone to bed without writing a single word. But as the saying goes, if wishes were fishes would all swim in riches. I never heard that line, but okay. But, really, wouldn't we just be swimming with the fishes? Where am I? Wow, so peaceful and quiet compared to Season Way. Hang on. What's that smell? Is that smoke? Bruh. It was indeed smoke. Lots of smoke. A neighboring apartment complex just down the block, well, a sizable chunk off of it, at least, was ablaze. The place was hedged by fire engines and a cacophony of wailing sirens. I could make out a swarm of figures, firemen and policemen and EMTs, and lawyers and insurance representatives, and... him. Oh no! Please! My daughter's still inside. Someone save her! No! Sir, please remain here. We'll recover her as quickly as possible. Will someone stop those sirens? Sane folk are trying to get some sleep. Hello, ma'am. Sir, if you sign up for our coverage, your losses in this unfortunate incident will be greatly reduced. Struck in a trance, I only could do what my instincts offered. I extracted my camera from its bag, and that was when I caught a glimpse of a figure who bounded out of the window, weightless. It's him. He flew like a crane, clothes rippling around his lanky figure. Slung over his shoulder was a person with flecks of ash and soot embedded in their hair, clothes, skin. Despite the heavy burden, he landed effortlessly. He unceremoniously dumped the body on the turf, pressing the tips of his fingers lightly to the civilian's neck. After a moment, he nodded, satisfied, and stood. A bustling officer stopped next to him, hands clamped on a walkie-talkie. Is that a citizen you're carrying, sir? There are 3 more within who require aid. Who are you? Are you authorized to do this? Ah, humans. So concerned with trivialities. Very well. If you shall not endeavor to save them, then I will. Civilian, stop! And back in he went. I'll never forget how I felt in that moment, watching a man who I'd only regarded as a creep and a psycho disappear into the jaws of fire. The image of a single silhouette being consumed by a crashing wave of red. It was powerful and stayed with me for weeks. In that brief moment, a male factor became a martyr. Even from my safe distance, I felt the press of the furious heat against my skin. It didn't stop me from clicking the shutter frantically, capturing every frame I possibly could. The cat diving through the open air with all the grace of a swan. The line of fire engines blocking the side of the street. The mob of people, some crying, some silent, most staring wide-eyed at their crumbling home. Some journalists might have been thrilled. Given their contagious nature, fires could make headlines, especially if the casualty count was high. But the stench of smoke was thick in the air, an iron wall, coating the back of my throat and making my lungs feel scratchy. The wail of sirens was oppressive, corkscrewing sharply into the center of my skull. I thought of the victims scattered down the sidewalk, watching their possessions and livelihoods burn to dust, praying desperately for the safety of their loved ones, experienced tragedy on what should have been the happiest day of the year. Abashed, I lowered my camera, inching around the complex to the back side. Here, it was quieter. No insurance representatives, no law enforcement, no first responders. The figure of the cat flickered occasionally in the windows, a brief form that would sometimes disperse the smoke. My angle was hardly ideal, blocked by debris, furniture, and pillars, but there seemed to be light coming from the building. I cautiously inched closer, raising my camera to peer through the zoom's lens. Pinpricks of colored beams, which resembled LED lights, shot faintly through the smoke. It moved with the cat's limbs as if affixed to the equipment on its arms and legs. What? I was broken out of my trance by a terrifying, convulsing groan above me. I stumbled back, looking frantically for the source. The upper floor was gripped by an explosion. Debris rocketed out the windows, pinwheeling right towards my skull. But something abruptly pulled me out of the way. No, not something. Someone. Framed by ashes and hollowed by dying specks of fire, a man smirked lightly at me from beneath a tidy fedora. His shoulders were rolled back, relaxed, almost as if he was taking a leisurely stroll, not standing next to a residential catastrophe. I was frozen in place. The gears in my head had completely stopped, confronted with the sudden possibility of death. Has anyone ever told you not to play with fire? I'll take that as a no. I almost died. Try your damnedest, but you didn't. Because you saved me. Why? You have such a low opinion of the common man? Sorry to disappoint, but I'm not in the habit of letting innocent little girls get burned alive, or squashed by metal pipes. Is it a habit of yours to be so unaware of your surroundings? Who are you? This smooth jab recovered some of my senses. Attacks on human pride often do. Is it a habit of yours to carry a lighter with sooty fingers? Oh, I see. You suspect that I'm the person who started this fire. Am I wrong? What'd I tell you if you weren't? You were at season theater. I saw you. You were looking in my direction. The broad general direction where 100 people were standing. Yes. So you remembered me. Cute girl staring at me? Not easy to forget. Can't fault me for that one, can you? You know what? We should probably exit the premises. There's better places to engage in pleasantries than a burning building. Who is this guy? I thought we were done. So he led me away from the chaos and back onto the quiet residential streets.
Well?
Oh, you're the cat. Are you the cat? Well, you're already looking better. How did it feel to have a foot through death's door? That jarring, huh? I'm trying to figure out whether you're trustworthy or not. You saved my life, I'm thankful for that. But I also saw you in a season theater, and you're carrying a lighter right next to an apartment that's on fire. A lighter? Oh, this lighter? You know, I'm just a little disappointed. I thought you'd be more of the clever sort. What?
Really?
If I really commit this arson, as you so delicately imply, why would I carry the lighter in plain sight? Or why would I have saved you? Lapse of judgment? Then why would I allow you to remain alive after uncovering my true identity? Continued lapse of judgment? You're an interesting woman, milady. Well, I admit that it's unlikely. But then, why are you carrying a lighter in the first place? Because maybe he smokes me? Ah, right. Well, perhaps I wanted to smoke. Oh, see, Allison? I don't think I can buy that. Then don't. You should be relaxing, my lady. What you need right now isn't witty repartee. You need a shock blanket and a mug of cocoa. What a patronizing tone. I don't live at that apartment, if that's what you mean. You nearly died. That's enough to rattle anybody. Is he showing concern? I can't really tell past all of these mind games. If you're carrying the lighter, you know something about the fire, don't you? I fail to see how that relates to the topic at hand. Besides, I'm technically not carrying it. I just happen to be carrying a plastic bag with the lighter in it. But it sounds like you know something. Shouldn't you talk to the police? If you provide a witness testimony, you'll be helping a lot of people. Poorly disguised request, milady. I know that you still think I'm responsible. Well, if you're innocent, then there shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't there? Sadly, life isn't so cut and dried. Talking to the police might be a little complicated. Right. And how am I supposed to take that? Go ahead. Huh? You want to report me, don't you? Might as well do it now. If you call too late, they might lose me. Can't read him. Not one bit. Why are you making fun of me?
Milady?
I'm being wholly sincere, milady. I don't believe that.
Oh.
A coincidence. Neither do I. Okay, let's think about it this way. They're victims of that fire. Even if they're physically untouched, precious memories and possessions have been burned away. You really seem to know something. Can't you help them out just by giving your testimony? You're quite a moving person when you try, aren't you, milady? Not moving enough if it doesn't make you say yes. Unfortunately, I don't know a thing about the fire. Why didn't you say so in the first place? He couldn't say so because I kept bombarding him. Whatever, let's just use that. Interesting. What is? You actually expect me to answer you. Pardon me, milady, but what do I owe you? Nothing? Well, to be fair, it doesn't really matter either way. I don't know anything about the fire, aside from the fact that it exists. It's not what I was here for. Then, what were you here for? Would you believe me if I said afternoon tea? Since it's not afternoon, no. And I suppose you had to remain unsatisfied. My apologies. For a moment we fell silent. Our non-stop give and take, back and forth, riposte, it gently sifted into something a little darker, a little deeper, and a little more human. Doubt. Suspicion is one thing, because, well, when you're suspicious of something, you don't always have a connection to it. But doubt, you only doubt something that you want to trust. You can only doubt something in which you hope for the best.
Milady?
Well, I think I've taken up enough of your time. Evening, milady. Wait! Thank you for saving my life. You're welcome. That's it? That felt normal. Gentle. What should I call you? You can call me Dexter, my lady. Is that your real name? Now, why would I give my real name to a stranger? Especially a stranger who's a journalist. What? This is the second time today that a stranger mysteriously knew about me. It couldn't be that he just guessed, could it? Do we know each other? No, we don't. Then how? Wait, asking if we know each other implies that our connection is a two-way street. In other words, not only does he have to know me, but I have to know him. Maybe I need to change my question. Then, do you know me? If you can call it that. Stay safe around here, milady. You know me, but I don't know you. That's creepy. That was the first time I met Dexter, or so I thought. Meeting strangers is always such an interesting thing. If you think about it, you could be running into the same people your entire life, and you wouldn't even realize it. The grocer checking out your items could have once boarded the same train as you. The camper on this other side of the mountain could have once fulfilled your prescription. The substitute teacher, the janitor, the gardener, the real estate agent. Sometimes you meet once in a lifetime, sometimes twice, sometimes many times. This game, she's sorry, getting tired. This game is very deep. So much happened today. My mind is a blur. I have so many questions on the Zodiacs, on the cat, on Dexter, but I doubt that those questions will have any answers. Well, first things first, I have a job, and that job demands articles to be written. Considering that the cat was at the huge fire, maybe I should write something centered around him. He ran into the fire like it was nothing. He ignored smoke inhalation, heat exhaustion, even the structural dangers of a burning building. It's weird to admit, but it definitely didn't seem human. Well, even if it's explainable, I'm sure that the Pathfinder will be happy if I frame it in the context of something supernatural. Maybe I can claim that this cat is a Zodiac in disguise. Time for a lot of late night calls. We're still going? Oh my god, this game is longer than 3 hours. August 29th, 8:20 LE. In response to a sudden fire that consumed Cedar Villa apartment homes on Mariner Avenue, an unidentified figure rescued 3 individuals. 4 first responders set foot on the scene. He proceeded to rescue 3 more despite the building's evident structural compromise. The fire, which reportedly began at about 9:20 p.m., was successfully battled within 4 hours. Investigators are currently determining its cause. It's Founders Day, said County Fire Chief Marco Scott. It could be alcohol, candles, sparklers. Since there's no evidence of gas problems or arson, we're expecting an accident caused by too much drinking and not enough common sense. The unidentified rescuer vacated the scene as soon as all the residents of the apartment were cleared. His identity is still pending investigation. Kathy Mintz, a resident at Cedar Villa and victim of the fire, personally witnessed the extent of the rescuer's ability. He totally ignored the fire. It was crazy hot in there and smoke saints. It was impossible to breathe. I have no clue how he did it. But hey, he saved people, so I guess it doesn't really matter, am I right? Wallace Cans, another resident, captures several seconds of the rescuer through an open window. In the video, the rescuer catches a falling beam with gloved hands and hoists it back up. The video is hard proof of his Zodiac identity. No, speculated to be evidence of supernatural abilities. The rescuer is stated to have been wearing a cat mask and a dark blue Qslan. Now for the title. Unidentified rescuer saved Liza. The second sighting. Could this be a Zodiac? No, I like this one. Mysterious figure saves families from apartment fire. That seems like a good compromise. A little sensational to grab attention, but still somewhat informational. Time to get some sleep. Oh, it's a yawn. August 30th. Is this the last date of the demo? Oh, it's my phone. Hello? Is it the boss man? Hello? Tell boys Hayes. Sorry? So tired. What time is it? Go Puff State, I said. Are you not listening, Miss Hart? Sorry, what are you talking about? Your article, Miss Hart. It is fit to burst. Article? Yes, your article. We must answer the readers at once. Head to that diner, Miss Hart. Hang on. My article? I have to check this. Supernature on top of their game. They got the news on the fire out faster than the Celeste Broadcasting Company. Props. This is for real. There's no cat in the Zodiac, is there? 12. It's another vigilant, just like the sighting. Guys. What if it's real? What if the 12s are back? Did anyone check the video? It looks like its arms were glowing. What? It really did blow up. How? Go to the diner this very instant. I require answers. Now? It's 5 in the morning. I've only slept for 2 hours. Yes? Now, if it is such an issue, I'm certain that overtime pay will suffice. Now go! Wait, why do I have to go to the diner? Are you gonna be there, Pathfinder? I can barely see straight. Where's the door? Oh, here. I didn't know that this diner was still open. Or is it that it opens early? Well, boss says go, so... Can I go? Boss says go. Oh, hello? Mine was not to reason why. Mine was but to do and... Doing what? Don't leave me hanging like that. Why are we here? Taper for one, Oh, who's that? Wait, what? Oh, even sexy. Hello? Hall is bae. Wow, they're all so pretty. I'm so shook. Wait, Joyce doesn't have powers? This was the part where I broke my eyes, and I rubbed them again. Weapons that looked like they were forged of light and smoking and covered from storybooks. I didn't know what to do.
You fool!
Saints alive, heart infested, do not lock the door. I was a bit occupied at the moment, if you remember. With, you know, bringing the news in the first place. There's no time to argue. That was when Beckett's eyes fixed on mine, deep and piercing, paralyzing every bone in my body. That was when I realized I had made a terrible, terrible mistake. Like lightning. No, like the northern sea, ancient and sorrowful and frigid to the touch. He flew across the floor, snapping his empty hand forward. Before I could blink, a shining mist crackled around his hand and whipped up his arms. Ooh, you're pretty. And solidified into a blade that rested against my throat. Code. That's all my mind registered. The sword was deathly cold to the point where I was convinced the weapon was made of ice. What? Apologies, Miss Beckett. Not Miss Beckett, sorry, Miss Allison. I hate to draw my blade against an unarmed woman, but I'm afraid we can't let you leave. This is wait, who's the boss here? Oh, you're pretty. This is madness, absolute madness. Glowing eyes, weapons forged from light, and an indescribable aura of power crackling in the air. Why? It was all the makings of a legend. Is this the end of the demo? Demo end? Oh my god, but who called me? Who was the man that called me? Created by Luna Chiley? Did I pronounce that right? Editor in Antioch? Programmer Ian or Ein? Leslie. Jennifer Ward. And man, props to all these people. This demo was so amazing. And the music. You guys are beautiful. You guys are amazing. All amazing. Oh, here's the voice actors and stuff. Wow. Oh, are these the voice actors? Oh, I can't wait for this game to be done. To hear more of these voice actors. They did amazing. Y'all are amazing. You guys are all freaking amazing. Oh, it's 2 different people? Those are 2 different people? Oh, I forgot about. Oh, he's so cute! I love this art of him. It's adorable. Additional voices. Promotional artists. Kickstarted by. Oh, I love how they do thank their people. This is very beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Oh. Oh my gosh. Thanks for playing. Get updates at this website here, which I believe is what I put in the description box. Anyway. Oh, I can't do the extras to pop up the pictures. Gosh darn it. It's fine though. This demo is beautiful. I honestly played it way longer than it kind of estimated, but then again, I do talk a lot in between things, so I felt like maybe that's why the game was a little longer for me. And I couldn't read out loud apparently, so that's real great. I cannot wait for this game to be fully developed. I don't know if the fully developed one is where the actors are actually going to read every single line, like Seduce Me and all that, where they read every single line of theirs. So I just had to like read out the main characters, which helps my voice enormously, because very much. But I did fall in love with this game because of their art style when I first saw it, so that's what made me download it. But the music added to it is so beautiful. The art is beautiful, the music is beautiful, the story is completely different than what I'm used to, so it's very exciting. It's not your typical love story. There's actually a bigger story besides romance, and you get that, like, the plus of the romance. Wait, I kind of wanna. Oh no, I didn't save it. No, I didn't save to see where my character's heart was, because if you saw during dialogue, some of them a heart did pop up. So I eventually got a heart for every single guy, but I think my most hearted was Beckett, obviously. So if this game were to come out, I kind of want to go for Beckett. I kind of like all the guys though, low key. I like every single one of them because they're very different. There's not one that actually really sticks out to me. I'm just choosing Beckett because he was the first person we saw, so kind of just like grown attached to him because we saw him first for a couple episodes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. You guys can play the game for yourself down below. I always leave it down in the description box. Cannot wait for more updates on this game. I'm not too sure when they're gonna actually fully release this game, so for those great fans out there that have like went back on my demo ones and like commented like, hey, they have a full game already, you guys should definitely do that if this game comes out with something more, and if I have already not found out about it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I will see you guys sometime soon.